feel like we need to get to the bottom of these assumptions. This isn't actually something that I talk a lot about. That's just me being a spoiled brat. Someone said you have a boyfriend and you're talking to someone, which is probably not the best thing to be promoting, and I'm not promoting this whatsoever. It's not good. In the past, with like people commenting about so many different things, like my weight, my looks, and everyone's like, oh my god, why would she say that? She's clearly rich. I haven't got £1 million in my bank account. I said you secretly don't like Tallulah. In my head, I'm still that 8-year-old Amelie that was obsessed with Saffron Barker and wanted to be her. Like, I was remember when you said you get along better with boys than girls, you're a pick me. And I literally love both of them, my nail tech and my lash tech. And people meet me and go, oh my god, you're actually really nice.
It's getting closer to midnight. I try to get closer to you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done in a very long time, but I feel like you guys like to assume, and I feel like we need to get to the bottom of these assumptions, because I get told all the time when I'm out and about, people say like, oh, I heard this about you, I heard that about you. People think you're like this, but you're actually like this. People have opinions on me from left, right and centre. So I thought, what not better way to talk about that and answer you guys' assumptions. This could be assumptions that you've actually heard from others and you kind of just took, oh, I thought my eyelash went in my eye then. This could be assumptions that you guys have took out of other people's assumptions and kind of just saying them for the sake of it, or maybe some of you guys actually genuinely don't really know what I'm actually like. So I thought I'd answer you guys' assumptions for you guys and see what we've got going on. Someone said you want to learn to drive. I feel like this isn't actually something that I talk a lot about. I feel like I said it in a few videos before, but yeah, I really can't wait to drive. Yeah, I cannot wait to drive. I'm so excited. As soon as I turn 17, I'm gonna be on the roads. No, I'm joking. I actually will though, because you're legally allowed to be on the roads, aren't you? So I will definitely be going driving about and seeing exactly I can pick up on the way. Someone said, love all your fans and appreciate every one of your supporters. When I say hands down, I'm constantly looking at you guys' edits, your messages, your everything. I literally appreciate and love every single one of you guys. I try as much as I can to make sure that you're aware of that, but also there's so much in the pipelines that I'm doing to make sure that you guys actually see how much I appreciate you, because it's all good when I'm like, oh, I love you all, you're so lovely, but until you actually see that yourselves, you're not gonna know it. By the way, I'm just gonna quickly take some Got2b hair gel in my hair, and this is kind of like, I've already got ready, but just in case I need to do any touch-ups. Well, I'm going to Arsenal tonight, by the way. Someone said, kinda act different off camera. Do you know what? I always get this kind of assumption about me, and I think it's very easy to assume that people on YouTube, on TikTok and all that aren't the same. But when I tell you, the amount of people that have met me and gone, you're actually just like you are on TikTok. Powder all over me. I actually feel like I give you the realest side of me on TikTok as much as I do on YouTube and all of these platforms. Obviously you don't see me having hissy fits and crying over the minimalistic things, because that's just me being a spoiled brat at times, because, do you know what I mean? Like, you know when you have them days where you're just is it first world problems you call them? When you have first world problems, obviously I'm not gonna go out now and start talking about it, because it doesn't matter. It's really not a big deal that I'm crying over like a boy who's rude. So obviously I don't openly tell you guys everything, but I would say I'm pretty real. Everything that I say online and how I act online is how I'd act in person. And I feel like I love being able to just treat you guys like friends instead of like, oh, they're my fans. I hate when people call you fans anyways. It just really cringes me out, you're my friends. But yeah, I really don't like it when people kind of assume like I'm different. This isn't me talking about every influencer. Some influencers might be completely different, but for me personally, I'm very much the same. Someone said you have a boyfriend and you're talking to someone. So I'm currently single as can be. I was in a kind of getting back somewhere stage with a boy not too long ago, well, a while ago actually now, and it just did not work out, and I think it was better for me to be by myself. I feel like since I've not been at school and I'm not around them kind of people anymore, I just feel like I don't need a boyfriend. And when I'm in school and all my mates have boyfriends, it kind of made me feel like, oh, I want a boyfriend. But now I'm like in the industry where I'm so independent. Like I go to London every day by myself. I'm doing this by myself. I'm doing that by myself. I don't feel the need to be like, oh, I need a boyfriend, because I don't really have time for a boyfriend. And it's so hard to even see my friends now, let alone seeing a boy as well. If the right boy comes around, that's obviously like amazing, but I'm not begging for anything, and I'm not like going out my way to try and get a boyfriend, because I just don't really feel the need in doing that as of right now. I'm just really happy to be single, to be honest, and I feel like I've had really bad experiences with boys in the past, so it's just made me a bit put off of being with a boy. I just don't really feel the need to right now. I'm gonna quickly get my lip gloss out. Guys, whilst we're on the topic of just talking, I got sent this, and I'm not a lipstick girl. I hate lipstick. But this is the Kosas. I think that's how you say it. I'm probably gonna get this on TikTok and everyone's gonna laugh at me. It's this like lipstick, but it's also a lip balm. So I just put a little bit on, and it's honestly so nice because it's honestly so nice because it's very moist, like nourishing on your lips, but still gives you that really nice colour, and it just gives you a bit more of a pop of colour. So if you're looking for something good, I mixed my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk original, and then I mix it with this, and it's just such a nice thing. This is the Sunset Shimmer, in case you want to get your hands on my lip combo currently. Someone said, you are naturally brunette. So my natural hair colour is this. This is my natural hair colour here, and if we get like a newer piece of my hair, that's the shade that my hair is now. So it's not much difference. I don't get this bit dyed ever. I rarely ever get this bit dyed, but obviously it is a bit darker than the rest of my hair, especially here you can see. But still, my natural hair is very much blonde. I would not say I'm brunette at all. I just really wanted to go bright at the fronts because I feel like in winter especially my hair goes so dark, so I normally dye my hair in the winter, and then in summer it goes light anyways because the sun makes it so bright, so I love it. Someone said, you hate PLT, you just want to have the money and promote it. For me, I feel like I hear so many influencers say this, but genuinely I do think that they're being truthful. When you're in the industry like I am, you get thrown brands left, right and centre that you can work with on like campaigns, things like this and that, and when I've seen other creators promote Pretty Little Thing, I always thought that is the goal. That was my biggest goal. I remember even when I was younger, Molly May come out with her first edit, I was in my dance studio purchasing one top just to say I've got it. I've always loved Pretty Little Thing. I've always worn their clothes. I think growing up in especially Essex, everyone always wears Pretty Little Thing. It's just so like next day delivery, just like, oh, I need a top, I'm gonna order it off PLT. It's just one of them websites that I've always kind of like bought from. So when I got the opportunity to work with them, why wouldn't I take it? It just makes sense to me. It's so organic, it's so authentic to me. I just thought I need to get my hands on it, and I need to be an ambassador because I just love how much they try and empower young women, how they include so many different people into their campaigns. I just literally love the brand so much. I have so much respect for them, and I wouldn't want to work with any other brand, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And every time people say like, oh, what if? There's no what if. PLT is my favourite, and it always will be. Someone said, you are 5 foot and wear a size small in PLT. I'm actually 5'4" and I'm a size 6, which is an extra small. That's my size. Someone said, you tend to stay away or not make new friends with people who aren't like you. A lot of my friends aren't like me. Like some of my friends, me and Scarlett are very similar. We're like the same. But some of my friends are completely different to me. Like Naya's a really good example. Me and her are different. Like she's so like not boy crazy, not really like, well actually saying that though we are really similar in other ways. I'm just thinking boys. I don't really know. That's a really hard question. I don't stay away from people that aren't like me because so many of my friends aren't like me. Like some of the girls I'm friends with, we are not the same at all. I would stay away from people from the point of I don't want them to use me for my following because so many of my old friends have done that. So now I'm so cautious of my friends. But I'd never do it in that kind of way, like I'm maliciously like, oh, I can't be a friend because we're different. I'd never do that. I'm friends with so many different people. Someone said you sometimes don't enjoy being on social media. Love you. Love you too. And I would say for me, I've never actually thought, oh, I'm gonna quit, I don't want to do this anymore. I've always loved what I do. There is days where people honestly make rumours, make problems out of nothing. I mean, we all saw like the girl squad drama. That was just so unneeded and unnecessary. And times like that, I just think I can't even be off to post because I know my comments are going to be, my camera just cut off. But no, back to what I was saying. I would not say ever I've questioned like, I want to quit. But there's been days where I've just been like, I'm so mentally drained already. And then you've got comments commenting on your appearance or you're not a good person, you're not a good friend, you're not this. But to be fair, do I let it get to me? Not really. But there is just days where, you know, when you're just a bit overly sensitive and then someone can just say the one thing and it just kind of sets you off. Them kind of days, I'm just like, I don't want to do this today, but I'll do it tomorrow. No, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Someone said you kiss a boy at every party you go to. Genuinely, I have not kissed a boy at any parties that I've been to the past like 3 months. No, I don't get with boys every party, and I literally go to parties and we with my friends that are girls, so I don't really see the need in kissing boys. Obviously here and there, like I might have a good kiss with a boy, but like that much. That sounds so bad. That sounds like really bad. Not that much, not that often, just a few times. I think it was the last party I kissed a boy at. I don't go to parties that often though. When was the last party? I did, this is bad. I went to a girls' party last year and kissed a boy. That was last year. I don't really kiss boys at parties. I'm trying to think, but I actually can't think of a time. Oh, my own party in June. I did. I said, you want a tattoo? I want three main tattoos. I want to get one on my finger, like here, like a little love heart. And then I want to get a spine tattoo that says, what is the thing that I want? Everything happens for a reason, in the really, really pretty writing going down my spine. And then I want to get one more, which is a H, which I'm praying my mum will let me get this year, because in Spain you can only, I think you can be 17 or 16 to get a tattoo. So I'm 16, but Naya got hers when she was like 15 in Barcelona, because you can be 14 to get a tattoo there. So I'm really, really hoping that my mum lets me this year, because all my friends get tattoos, and obviously I'm not trying to follow the crowd, but I really, really want to get a H for my Hobson. Like, my last name's not Charlize, it's Hobson. So I really, really want to get a H on my thigh. Not my thigh, but like this. Oh, well, I want to get a H here to copy all my family, because they all have it and I'm the only one that doesn't in my family. So I think I need to get that tattoo at least. And then when I'm 18, I'll get the other two. Someone said, you found school hard with dyslexia. I definitely say school was not easy in so many different ways. Dyslexia did not help me at all. I went for years and years questioning, why am I so bad at this? Like, why can't I remember things? And the teachers would just scream at me and be like, we did this last lesson. And I'd literally, they're like, oh, did we? Like, I forget everything. And my dyslexia was, I think, we did a test because I paid for the test to get done in year 9 summer, and the school obviously got the documents back and said to my mum, like, she's one of the worst cases of dyslexia, as in like my test results were so bad compared to every other kid in that school that it was actually like bad. But I'd say I struggled in so many different ways in school, so I wouldn't really put it all down to dyslexia, but definitely having dyslexia did not help learning at all. Like, my attention span is a 0. My like ability to remember things was never there. Even I remember when I was growing up, I used to forget things so easy, things like the alphabet or like counting and things like that. I just never remembered it, and obviously it was all dyslexia. But at that age, I don't know, I personally think if I could now, or if I had children, I'd get them tested young, because it just helped. It helped me so much the last 2 years of my life. I wish I got tested earlier. I can't believe how long the waiting list is for tests. I think it's ridiculous, like 2-year waiting list. I paid £800 to get my test, I think, or 600 or something to get my test. That's just, you shouldn't have to pay. Like, I don't know, I just think it's crazy. Someone said you were naughty in school. I wasn't really naughty. I think, if I'm honest, I got naughtier as the years went by, because at the beginning of school I was such a goody two-shoes, and then by the end I hated it. But I wouldn't say I was naughty. I used to just like walk out. Like, I'd just walk out of school. And I remember like so many times, but that was because people were just so rude. I just be like, I don't want to be here, I'm leaving, which is probably not the best thing to be promoting, and I'm not promoting this whatsoever. Not good. But I hated it, so I just got more and more against it, and my mum used to have to force me to come in because I didn't want to go in. Someone said, you know you're pretty. I hate this because I think it's really, really horrible when people say like, oh, you know you're pretty. Like, oh, everyone fancies you. Number one, no, not everyone fancies me. Number two, honestly, when I tell you the amount of like things I've had in the past with like people commenting about so many different things, like my weight, my looks, oh my god, her ears are massive. I literally used to get called big ears all the time. My ears aren't even big, they're actually alright, but people used to just be rude about anything. And the one thing that I would say is that made me really, really, really insecure was skin. And I wish I had someone tell me like, it's okay, you don't have to be insecure about your skin. But at the time it was going on, I was just so embarrassed and insecure, when deep down it's really not that deep. And I wish we normalised it more. Acne is so normal, and you can still be beautiful with acne. And I just didn't think I was beautiful, and I never took pictures of myself, and I'd literally use the smoothing filter and everything to cover it because I was so embarrassed. But why was I embarrassed? Never something to be embarrassed about. Someone said, I keep saying someone said, I'm sorry, someone said you're rich. I hate it when people call me rich. So there was a live that got like posted, and it was, someone said, are you rich to me? And I said no. And everyone's like, oh my god, why would she say that? She's clearly rich. If I turned around and said to you, yeah, I meant it, I'd get so much hate. Like, I would get so much hate. I'd never say that, because personally for me, I don't think rich is the right term to use. I'm lucky I've got the amount of money I have at my age, but I wouldn't call it rich. Like, kids that I know that live in America who are like 7 have more money than I do. They're rich. They're on like $1 million already. I haven't got £1 million in my bank account. I don't think you're rich until, I don't know, but I don't personally think I'm rich. Someone said you only like tall brunette boys and think blondes are ugly. No, I just think at the moment I'm just more into my brown hair boys, but I do fancy blonde hair boys. Emil Smith-Rowe is my prime example. I fancy him so much, and he's blonde. Well, kind of brunette blonde, but no, I just think I've had bad experiences with blonde boys recently. I said you secretly don't like Tallulah. I don't know how many times Girl Squad in general can just say this, but we all loved her. Loved her? We all love her. And I love Tallulah. I think me and Tallulah get on really, really well. And people just love to pinpoint. And I said this to someone the other day. When I was in UK Youngers, which we're all still friends by, I'm not saying like, oh, when I was, but when that was like a formed group, we all used to post together. Every single video, someone would be claimed as left out. That would be because they was just a bit more quiet than the other one that day. That was if they was in the back of the video, if that was anything, even if they just pulled a face, it would be like, I remember it was always Pearl. Pearl was like, I'm not left out. But genuinely everyone would be like, oh, she's left out. And it really, really frustrates me because people don't want people to be friends. They want everyone to have problems and drama. When I was friends with people, there was never any problem. But as soon as it's like, oh, they've fallen out, it's all over TikTok and it's just like, why can't we all just be friends? So I love Tallulah. I think she's such a nice girl. I literally love her and I want to see her very, very soon. Someone said, which ex did you love more? I always say this, like with Alfie and my new ex, well, my most recent ex, I definitely didn't love Alfie in like a, like I'm attached to him. It was kind of just like, yeah, we loved each other. I think with my recent ex, I was more like emotionally attached to him. So it was just harder to let go of him. I wouldn't say now I look back, definitely loved my recent ex more and I was more like obsessed with him. But that's because I was a bit older and it was a bit more of like a mature relationship. More than me and Alfie was so young. Like it just wasn't that, it wasn't like emotionally attached. I was just like, I loved him and he loved me. So I don't know. I wouldn't say I didn't love either of them because I loved them both, but did I even know what love was when I was with Alfie? Probably not. I was so young. Someone said, you're heartless. I don't think I'm heartless. I think I've got a really, really kind heart when I want to be, but recently I've just been a bit like, I don't really care about boys. Someone said, I think that you have worked hard for what you have, but you seem a bit spoiled. Things like this really annoy me because I get called like spoiled all the time. I literally have been trying to do this since I was 12 years of age, probably even younger. And I never expected to get where I am now. And I am one of the most, what's it called? What's the word? Like grateful persons for what I get. Even the littlest thing, like I get gifted like cleansers by my favorite brand, who aren't even like rich brands, they're just like CeraVe, which is obviously expensive, but it's not like, I don't know, Gucci. I will get gifted their cleanser and be like, oh my God, no way. Like I still in my head, I'm still that 8-year-old Amelie that was obsessed with Saffron Barker and wanted to be her. Like in my head, I haven't changed at all. I'm not spoiled. I've literally paid for everything myself since the age of 14, 13. I buy all my own clothes, I buy all my own skincare, all my own toiletries, everything that I want, I get myself now. I don't expect my parents to pay for anything, so they don't spoil me. I do probably spoil myself probably a little bit too much. I do love shopping, but I'm not spoiled in any way whatsoever. I literally earn my money, work hard for my money. When I get my money, I treat myself, but no one else treats me. I don't expect my mum and dad to pay for everything. Someone said you don't get social anxiety talking to people. I definitely don't think my anxiety talking to people, I'm quite good with talking. There is scenarios where like I do just get really nervous for a reason, but that's just when I'm like in a low mood and then I'm just like, but hardly ever. I'm quite good with my talking and I feel like I don't have social anxiety. I just, sometimes I'm more confident, sometimes I'm more not, but it kind of just depends on my mood really. I also remember when you said you get along better with boys than girls, you were a pick me. I actually did say this, I'm not gonna lie. I used to get on so much better with the boys than the girls in my school. The girls all bullied me, so that probably makes sense on why I preferred the boys. Maybe there's another way to say it because that is a bit of a pick me phrase. I get on more with boys than girls. But at that point in time, yeah, I did get on so much more with the boys. I was literally in a friend group of me, Dan and George, so 2 other boys, and I didn't hang around with any of the girls at that point. I've grown up, obviously I understand people probably thought, wow, he loves the boys, but I was just genuinely saying it is like how it was. I just got on more with boys than I did girls. Someone said, do you like to show off? I personally am one of the most, like, this sounds really bad. It sounds like I'm trying to like big myself up, but anytime I get anything, if I get a parcel come through with my friends, I feel so guilty opening that parcel in front of them because if I know it's free, and even if I bought it, I don't want to sit there looking like, oh, let's see what Amelie's got. I hate that. So I'm honestly, when it comes to my gifting, I probably give away 90% of what I get and keep 10% of it because my friends are always with me or my family around and I'm just like, I want to give it to them. I don't need it all. They can have it, I don't mind. So like even for an example today, I had my lashes done and my nails done and I literally love both of them, my nail tech and my lash tech. So I gave them both goodie bags. It probably had about £300 worth of each that I'd just been sent and I don't need to keep it. I'd rather give it to people that maybe deserve it more than me. So I gave it to them. So I don't think I like to show off. That's a really, really bad impression and not right. Someone said people would assume you're really, really, I'm not gonna say it's a bad word, but like basically, I'm just saying B-I-T-C-H-Y. No. People think this and people meet me and go, oh my God, you're actually really nice. For some reason, when you do social media, people just take this like prestige look about you and think, oh, she is this girl that thinks she's everything. I personally just don't believe that everyone in social media is like that, and so many people are nice but just get painted out to be the bad guy, which is just a bit weird. But no, people do think that about me, but I think until people meet me they realise I'm actually not like that. And the only time I have been rude to people is when they've been rude to me, or when they've been rude to my friends or something. Then I stick up for myself, but I'm never rude. I just stick up for myself and say what I think is right. But doesn't everyone do that? Situations. I never used to. I used to be shy as anything, but I stick up for myself now as well. Okay guys, I'm actually gonna stop this here. You have got so many more questions, and maybe I'll have to do a part 2 of this video. Let me know if you want to see that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what you want to see next. Let's do a thumbnail.